The Galactic trade station Nexus 7 buzzed with endless noise. Merchants from every corner of the galaxy argued, bargained, and shouted in voices that mixed into a chaotic symphony. The air smelled strange, filtered again and again by the station's struggling systems to keep so many species alive under one roof. Moving through the crowd with steady confidence was Zara Chen. As a human Altarian liaison officer, she carried the rare ability to bridge two worlds. Her pale blue skin showed her Altarian side, but her sharp eyes and firm stride revealed the human fire within. With her diplomatic pass, Zara slipped into the upper tiers of the marketplace, a place where only the powerful traded. She stopped at a stall, studying a crystal that glowed like it held a heartbeat. The Thugarian merchant, a giant covered in bony plates, named a price so high it was almost laughable. Zara didn't flinch. Speaking in flawless Thugarian, she countered calm, firm, and much lower. The merchant blinked in surprise, already calculating his next move. But then the table shook. A huge gray hand crashed down, sending fragile artifacts tumbling to the floor. "Altarian trash doesn't belong here," growled a voice like grinding stone. Zara turned. Towering above her was a Vorac warrior, nearly 3 meters tall, his body a wall of muscle and armor like bone. Clan markings carved his skull ridges, each one a reminder of his violent status. "These markets are for all registered traders," Zara replied evenly, refusing to step back. "Not for your kind," the Vorac spat. "Altarians are weak, decorative, you make the galaxy soft." The crowd began to scatter. Traders quietly packed their goods, sensing what was coming. Zara's hand inched toward her communicator. "I suggest you think carefully about what you're doing," she said. The Vorac laughed, the sound rumbling like falling rock. "What will you do? File a complaint? Call for help?" "This is what Altarians understand." His massive fist rose, ready to crush. The strike came without warning, carrying the force to shatter stone, but it never landed. The punch stopped, frozen midair, caught in the grip of another hand. Marcus Chen stood behind his wife, his grip still holding the alien's massive fist in place. His expression was calm, but his dark eyes burned with a fury that made the Vorac's confidence falter. By galactic standards, Marcus wasn't largely an average height, nothing compared to the towering warrior he faced. Yet the way he stood, unshaken and unyielding, made the Vorac's bravado crumble. "You," Marcus said quietly, his voice steady and cold, "just made a very serious mistake." The Vorac tried to wrench his hand free, but it was like trying to pull out of a steel trap. Panic flickered across his face as realization struck. "Human," he gasped, the word carrying both shock and fear. The market had gone utterly silent. Every being present knew what that meant. Humans, the death world species that clawed their way to the stars, the ones who treated wounds as challenges, and impossible odds as invitations to fight harder. Marcus's voice stayed calm, terrifyingly calm. "My wife was trying to trade peacefully. She gave you the respect of diplomacy, more than you deserved." The Vorac's bone plates rattled in fear, his body betraying him. His kind were warriors, but even warriors knew when they stood before an apex predator. "The Altarians are peaceful by choice," Marcus continued, tightening his grip until the Vorac's hand cracked audibly. "They evolved beyond violence. Humans, on the other hand, have not." Security finally rushed in, but by then Marcus had already released his hold. The Vorac stumbled back, clutching his shattered hand, his earlier arrogance gone, replaced with wide-eyed terror. "There won't be a next time," Marcus warned, his voice low and sharp. "Will there?" The Vorac shook his head furiously and vanished into the crowd. Zara looked up at her husband, a smile tugging at her lips. "Did you really have to be so dramatic?" Marcus shrugged, slipping an arm around her waist. "That was me being restrained. Last week, you said I was too subtle." As they walked away, the market slowly returned to its noisy rhythm. But the whispers spread like fire, a reminder written across 17 languages of the galaxy. Humans are good neighbors, loyal friends and devoted partners, but threaten their family. And you learn why entire worlds fear them.